Give the call to the member for Curtin.
My question is for the Minister for Climate Change and Energy. The Climate Change Authority report tabled today says governments are faced with difficult decisions because if someone won't do their fair share, someone else has to make up the difference. If new fossil fuel projects like Browse are to be approved, will it be other industrial sectors or households who will make up the difference in emissions reduction?
Give the call to the Minister for Climate Change and Energy.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for her question, and I thank her referring to the Climate Change Authority advice, which I tabled in the House earlier today, and I recommend to all honourable members. It's a very good report, together with the other documents I tabled. And I think the Climate Change Authority advice I tabled underlines the size of the challenge. I think the honourable member would agree. We've had 12 million tonnes average emissions reduction over the last decade. We need to hit 17 million tonnes from today and every year in order to meet our targets, in order to meet net zero. That is a big task. But the government's determination, and I'm sure the country's determination, is up for that task. In relation to the honourable member's question, what the government intends to do is exactly what we promised to do, and that is to reform the safeguards mechanism to drive down emissions in existing facilities and in all facilities. We will not reduce emissions in Australia unless we get them down from our 200 biggest emitters. That is the case. And yesterday I introduced the Safeguards Mechanism Reform Bill into the House. That's one small part of the reform, although it was, to be fair, something the previous government was planning to do. So I would expect them to support it. I would expect them to support it, given they actually promised to do it. But we'll see what they do. But that is one small part of the reforms. I'll be issuing a draft regulation in coming weeks which will outline the government's approach following a very extensive consultation process, which includes how to deal with new entrants into the safeguards facility, whether they be entrants which go over the 100,000 tonne limit for the first time, or they be greenfields entrants. It'll explain all those details after 240 submissions, which the government has very extensively gone through. I think I'm right in saying the honourable member put in a submission, which I read and which was well thought out. And of course, I look forward to issuing that draft regulation, and I will take questions from honourable members here in the House or privately.
The call to the member for